There is an uncomfortable truth about money that most people don't like to hear. The majority of financial problems are not caused by a lack of intelligence. They are caused by behavior. You can give two people the exact same investment advice, the same opportunities, and the same information, and 20 years later, their financial lives can look completely different. One person quietly builds wealth. The other struggles, despite doing many of the same things. This is the central idea behind the book, The Psychology of Money, written by Morgan Housel. The book became incredibly popular because it explained something people rarely talk about. Money is not just math. Money is psychology. And psychology is messy. It is emotional. It is irrational. It is deeply human. The book reveals many powerful ideas about how wealth actually works. But even after reading it, many people continue ignoring the very lessons it teaches. Because understanding something intellectually is very different from practicing it consistently. And the hardest financial lessons are the ones that challenge our instincts. One of the most important ideas in the psychology of money is also one of the most boring. Wealth compounds slowly. People love dramatic success stories. They love hearing about someone who made a fortune quickly through a brilliant investment or a lucky opportunity. But those stories are exceptions. Real wealth is usually built through long periods of consistency. Small investments, steady saving, patient compounding. The process feels unimpressive while it is happening. Months pass without noticeable progress. Years pass where the numbers grow slowly. But compounding has a strange characteristic. Its power appears late, very late. For long periods, it feels almost invisible. Then eventually, the growth accelerates in ways that feel surprising. But most people quit before reaching that stage. Because patience is emotionally difficult. Waiting does not feel productive. People want movement, action, excitement. Compounding requires the opposite: calm repetition. Another powerful lesson from the book is the role of tail events. A tail event is a rare outcome that has an extremely large impact. In investing, a single great investment can outperform dozens of average ones. In business, one successful product can transform an entire company. In life, one opportunity can change a career. This means something important. You do not need to be right constantly. You only need a few moments where things work extremely well. But this idea makes people uncomfortable because it means success contains an element of unpredictability. Hard work matters. Skill matters. But outcomes are never perfectly controlled. The world is complex. Randomness exists. The best investors understand this and structure their strategies around it. They allow room for unexpected positive outcomes. But most people behave differently. They try to predict everything, and prediction often creates overconfidence. On paper, many people believe they can tolerate risk. They say they are comfortable with market volatility. They claim they will stay calm during downturns. But reality reveals a different story. When markets fall sharply, emotions appear quickly. Fear, anxiety, doubt. Suddenly, long-term strategies feel fragile. The temptation to sell becomes powerful. This is why Morgan Housel argues that the best financial strategy is not the one that produces the highest theoretical return. It is the one you can emotionally stick with. A strategy only works if someone can follow it during difficult periods. Many investors abandon perfectly reasonable strategies because the emotional pressure becomes too strong. They sell during downturns. They buy during excitement. And over time, these emotional reactions quietly damage their results. Despite the popularity of the psychology of money, many people continue ignoring its most uncomfortable lessons. Because those lessons require something difficult: self-awareness. It is easy to read about behavioral mistakes. It is much harder to recognize them in yourself. Many people believe they are rational investors. but their decisions are often influenced by subtle psychological forces. The fear of missing out, the desire to appear successful, the need for quick validation. These motivations rarely feel irrational in the moment. They feel normal, but they quietly distort financial decisions. One of the most common psychological traps in finance is the illusion of control. People like to believe that intelligence alone determines financial outcomes. If they study enough, research enough, and analyze enough data, they will always make the correct decision. But reality is more complicated. Even the most skilled investors experience mistakes. Markets are influenced by countless variables: economic conditions, political events, technological changes, human behavior. No individual can control all of these forces. Accepting this uncertainty is uncomfortable, but it creates a healthier relationship with risk. Instead of trying to eliminate uncertainty, wise investors manage it. They diversify. They avoid excessive leverage. They prepare for outcomes they cannot predict. This humility becomes a quiet advantage. Perhaps the most important lesson from the psychology of money is the gap between knowledge and behavior. Many people know what they should do financially: save consistently, avoid unnecessary debt, invest for the long term, ignore short-term noise. These principles are not complicated, but practicing them consistently requires emotional discipline. And emotional discipline is rare. The financial world constantly encourages the opposite behavior. Advertisements promote spending. News headlines emphasize urgency. Market commentary encourages rapid reactions. The environment surrounding money is designed to stimulate activity. But successful wealth building often requires inactivity, doing nothing, staying patient, letting time do the work. When people imagine wealth, they often picture visible success: luxury homes, expensive cars, dramatic financial moves. But the reality is usually quieter. Wealth often grows slowly in the background, through consistent decisions repeated over long periods: saving slightly more than necessary, investing steadily, avoiding catastrophic mistakes. These behaviors do not attract attention. They do not create dramatic stories. But over time, they create something far more valuable: stability. And stability creates freedom. The psychology of money became popular because it explained a simple but powerful truth. Financial success is less about intelligence and more about behavior. Understanding compounding is important. Understanding risk is important. Understanding markets is important. But understanding yourself may be the most valuable skill of all, because in the end, the greatest obstacle to wealth is rarely the market. It is the human tendency to abandon good strategies during moments of emotion. The people who succeed financially are not always the smartest. They are often the most disciplined. They control their reactions, they respect uncertainty, and they allow time to quietly do what it does best: compound small decisions into extraordinary outcomes.